very radical to have the military and police keep their oath. I mean, this is what they swear an oath to. It's very hardcore. So that's coming up. Stay with us.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Spring is here. Growing season. The economy is not getting any better. In fact, it's getting worse. Think about it. At this rate, how will your life be in a month or even a year? Maybe you've been putting things off, but the time to act is now. The country is running out of food. You need to get your seeds before it's too late. At organicaseed.com, you'll find one of the largest online selections of heirloom seeds, survival seed packs, as well as the giant vegetable seed collections that can feed you and your family for years. Grow your very own fresh vegetables, wheatgrass, fruits, herbs, rice, tea, coffee, and tobacco. With detailed growing guides available to you at no charge, you can maximize your harvest and investment. And the best part? All orders ship within 24 hours. So head over to organicaseed.com. That's ORGANICA seed.com. Organicaseed.com today.
In the New World Order's war against humanity, Barack Obama is the tip of the spear.
We've got to give them a stake in creating the kind of world order that I think all of us would like to see.
The Obama deception completely destroys the myth that Obama is working for the best interest of the American people.
Well, Obama's already fudging. He's fudged since day one in this election.
If you have a demagogue with a fanatical mass movement of personality cultists who is imposing the program of a group of extreme bankers and finance oligarchs, that's fascism.
It's not about left or right. It's about a one-world government. This film documents who Obama works for, the lies he has told, and his real agenda. Get your copy of The Obama Deception today at Infowars.com or download it in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. The Obama Deception. The people strike back.
Heart disease is on the rise. Clogged arteries, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol levels may not be fully detected by you, but the symptoms are there. Loss of energy, blood sugar spikes and drops, poor circulation, and irregular heartbeat are just a few of these that can alert you that something is wrong. Hear how Heart and Body Extract is making a difference in thousands of people's lives across America.
My blood pressure has normalized. My diabetes has totally improved.
Everyone is telling me now how much healthier I look, and I'm telling everyone how much healthier I feel. I recommend Heart and Body Extract to everyone.
Anybody over 40 in the North American continent should be using this product as a preventative to keep their cardiovascular system healthy.
Order your 2-month supply today by calling 866-295-5305. That's 866-295-5305. Or order online, hbextract.com. Heart and Body Extract, 866-295-5305 or hbextract.com.
All right, Stuart Rhodes is our guest with a quick update. Then we're going to go right back to your phone calls, and Judge Napolitano is going to be popping in on the transmission to talk about the Tea Parties and how the media trying to balkanize it into left and right to divide and conquer the people. See, the Republicans are playing the out-of-party power right now, so they can act all revolutionary and against the bailout and the bankers when they helped engineer and architect the entire system, along with Obama's handler, Geithner. And then Obama can play the part of the establishment guy, and then 4 to 8 years they'll give us the Republicans again. The Democrats will play the part of the anti-establishment, and so the cycle goes on, suckering generation after generation into greater tyranny and slavery. Or we could wake up and go, wait, there's a puppet on the left, a puppet on the right. Wait, it's one guy holding both puppets. I don't like that guy. I want to talk about the franchise owner, the shareholder of the power system. I want to talk about how the corporate welfare is 30-1. But the media all makes it about welfare moms. And then that's bad because it brings government control. You know, I'm against government health care because the government's run by eugenicists. And then they'll make you take the treatment they want. The history of government, Nazi Germany had government health care. Soviet Union did. They'd arrest you for criticizing them, say you were a lunatic. They're now trying to pass laws. I got articles here where they're saying all mothers are mentally ill when they have babies and need to be put on Prozac. They're trying to claim half the school kids are mentally ill and need to be on drugs. This is about drugging and controlling. And not only do they get social control out of it, They then get to micromanage your life. Now, this is very exciting. Oath Keepers just started a few months ago. Stuart Rhodes, former Airborne Rangers in the Army, worked with the Ron Paul campaign at the highest levels, got upset about what was happening with the New World Order after the campaign ended, knew that things were intensifying, and he understood that tyranny will come to your door in a uniform throughout history. And so if we could get to the police and military and show them how the Bill of Rights and Constitution is being violated, how the globalists are criminals, and how they're manipulating things, and that they should commit to follow their oath with these 10 principles, that this would hamstring the New World Order. Now, the New World Order, the global corporate crime syndicate, this overall planetary system where they can commit their crimes and get away with it because they control the courts and the systems, they understand that's their big threat. That's why in these MIAC reports, that's why in these federal reports, demonizing Christians, conservative, gun owners, the media is paying attention to those reports, but they also have reports, that's what's coming up later, that go after environmental activists, that go after the, quote, left wing. And so you have to understand, this was all being issued under Bush as well, and that's the big report I'm going to get into later. This is so important because when they say the number one threat to the government, the criminal government, the hijack government, the counterfeit government, is returning troops, gun owners, people buying guns and ammo, saying we're terrorists. And this has finally gotten the people's attention. So perfect timing with the first big Oath Keepers meeting coming up on the Green in Lexington, where it all started in 1775, April 19th, 1775. So, Stuart Rhodes, great to have you back, my friend.
Honored to be back again. Thank you very much.
You bet, Stuart. Give us your take. I mean, this is the biggest news story out there right now, in and around the Tea Parties, is the media saying the Tea Parties are evil terrorists who are basically cop killers, is what they're trying to say, and they're a bunch of right-wingers when it isn't about left or right. They're desperate to divide the American people. Can you explain to folks what that military tactic is?
Oh, sure, divide and conquer. Oh, Alex, one thing I wanted to correct, though, is I was never a ranger. I was a long-range reconnaissance scout. So I just want to make sure, so no one accuses me of falsifying my records.
Well, you were in the Army and Special Forces, right? That's what that basically is?
I was in the Army, I was a paratrooper, and I did long-range reconnaissance scouting. For the 9th Division.
So you were in the Airborne?
Yes, I was Airborne. Right.
Okay, great.
Different airborne units. Yeah, Rangers and Special Forces are just specialized versions of paratroopers. Well, I wouldn't say that, but they're all paratroopers, but they're different units. So
you were in the Army and jumped out of airplanes. You were jumping out of airplanes. Okay, there we go.
Until I hit a big tree one night. That was it. So, well, yeah, I was at the Knoxville rally yesterday. I was a guest speaker there, and I can tell you that, it's not left and right. Like you said, it's two puppets. It's a very good analogy. Two puppets being held by the same master. And so whether they're on the far left or the far right or whatever their label you want to put on, fascist or communist or whatever it is, it's about totalitarianism versus freedom. And so, like you said, we get back to the very basics of our republic, back to core Americanism, Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, and being consistent. And I've been very consistent. I criticize Bush, everything he did. People can go to my personal blog, and I'll put a link on the Oath Keeper site. They can go there. I'm getting tired of hearing people email in and say, where were you when Bush was doing this, when Bush was doing that? Well, I was criticizing him publicly in multiple places, writing articles all the time. And so, just as any other people, there's a massive of Americans who are waking up, and they understand the left-right paradigm is a false paradigm, and they are consistently opposing whoever they are. Because it's a bipartisan assault on our rights.
And that worries the system. And just to interrupt, 2 weeks ago, it's in the local newspaper that they're going to run regular Army checkpoints and Air Force MPs in Tennessee. The governor gets called. He goes out and does a press release saying, I didn't hear about this, but now I'm canceling it. And then it came out in newspapers that the Army, with the state police and the feds and the Air Force, shut down major highways. This is in the news, with photos of the cars backed up, with troops searching vehicles, and the military just said, you know what, we're going to do it. So, and this has gotten hardly any attention. But you say you're in Tennessee. Stuart, this is amazing. We've got to make a big deal out of this.
Oh, absolutely. And that's one thing that happens all the time. And Hitler did the same thing. He destroyed the independence of the provinces. He solidified power at the national level, and he made each province just a puppet. And that's the pattern that every tyrannical government goes through, destroying any separation of powers between the national government and local government. And so one thing I did want to announce is that for our April 19th rally on the Lexington Green in Lexington, Massachusetts, this Sunday, we have added Richard Mack as going to be one of our guest speakers, and also Guy Cunningham, who was the author of the 29 Palms survey where they asked Marines whether or not they would fire on Americans who were resisting gun confiscation. He's a patriot, and he wrote that because he was concerned about the pattern he saw of the troops not understanding the Constitution and being conditioned to accept UN command and other things that he found disturbing and contrary to our Constitution.
And Stuart, do me a favor. Make sure, in fact, can you get us his number? I want to make sure I can get him aside for 20, 30 minutes to interview him, yourself, and everybody else. I am sending a crew of 2 people up there. I'm sending Aaron Dykes and Rob Dew. So